Try to pull it slightly apart. Now make sure you don't clip the wires, and it's easier to start on the right side. So as soon as you separate it together from each other, slide it to the side and take the thinnest flathead that you have, green, and put it on its side. Now take your soft cloth, alright, and then take your flathead and then just start prying it really gently, alright? Now there are some hook points, so what you should do is lift it up a little, and if you find the hook point, push it in and then it'll unhook from the bezel. Alright, so just get that done. So when you get one side off, then it should be easy. Now unlock your screen, take off the latch, and then just try to pull it off. So after you've taken the bezel off, again, as with everything else, put it a safe distance from your work area where it will not be disturbed. And here you can see your hinge. That's the hinge to the whole screen. Now basically if it wiggles, you should hear a rattling if you move or wiggle the hinge. So what you should do is see if this screw is loose. So see if it comes out easily. If it does, then that's your problem. And in most cases, or almost all cases, that's the reason for your screen becoming wiggly or wobbly. So what you want to do is take your Phillips and tighten that. So when you're done tightening your hinges, you may place the bezel back, snap it on from left to right. Now what you should do is also start taking your screws and screwing them in. Okay, so now that everything has been fixed and you have the screen put back together, now it's time to put the whole system back together. Okay, so now first off you have to put in the harder ones. So first you thread your network card, your antenna cords through this little hole. And make sure it comes out. Okay, so now that you have the wires threaded through, on your mini card, I'll just pop it out for you. You have arrows on them. Hold on, wait. Okay, here's a black arrow and a white arrow. And you pretty much should know what that does. So you attach the wires to the appropriate one. So white cord goes to white arrow, and same thing with black. Okay, after it's been connected, then you flip it over again. Now this time what you do is you connect the screen, so put the cord back through its grooves. And then through the grooves, then just plug it in. There. Make sure it's firmly pressed in there. And now screw in your hinges. Now the keyboard is somewhat tricky to put in. As you can see, you don't plug it in because it's just a sticker pretty much. So what you have to do is put it in the groove, and then once you get that done, snap the lock closed. Get this down there. and until you hear the snap. And then slide the keyboard in and screw it back together. Okay, so fold the screen back all the way and place in your cover. Now slide your cover from left to right. Uh-oh. I turned on Media Direct. Oh well. And there you go. It doesn't wiggle anymore. Okay, now put your hard drive back in. Slide it in gently and screw it in. And make sure your wires for your antenna are also flush and flat inside. So insert the cover and screw it back in. Now put in your battery. Your power source is always the last thing you have to put in when working on your computer, and the first thing to take out. So just open that up, and it barely wiggles anymore.